right, boys, a position I have been neglecting to do a top 10 on for a while now. I think it's been nearly 3 to 4 weeks since the last top 10 wide receiver. But if you guys know, there has been so many coming out. And there's also been a lot leaked. It's been hard to find that perfect space to make this top 10. But this is a loaded position. There's going to be a lot of elite wide receivers left off this list. This is purely based off of non-theme teams. Remember, wide receivers is probably a big theme team thing. So if you're like Eagles theme team, you're probably using Eagles receivers, or even the same thing for like Buccaneers or whatnot. But if you're looking at non-theme team receivers, that's how I base this list, and that's how I'm going to always do my top 10s, man. But if you guys enjoy them, make sure to like, hit that subscribe. Let's just jump into number 10. If you're looking for cheap, fast coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, check out my sponsor, U4GM, and use code CHEW for 5% off your order. Number 10, I actually have Rome Odunze, and Rome Odunze is actually a very good Campus Hero card. Remember when he came out, we still had zero chill, and a lot of people didn't really care for him because, you know, he's just a normal 95 speed receiver, and he didn't have abilities, so we had abilities on everybody. But now that abilities went away and people aren't using AP, and nobody uses AP on the receivers, literally nobody does at this point. You're looking at the base card. He's 6'3", so great height on him. I think the taller receivers are very good this year. They're not, especially with less KOs on the field compared to where we were at the end game of Madden 24, even zero chill in Madden 25. You're not getting KO'd when you're falling to the ground as much with these guys. That's kind of usually the big guy negatives, that they fall to the ground slower in between KOs. But right now, you're completely fine, and I actually prefer height right now. He has great stats, great height as well. Abilities, yeah, really nothing. You're probably using Master Tech anyway, so you don't even need Playmaker. But Rome Odunze is a very good card. We got to use him earlier in the year with his rookie premiere. He's going to be tough as long as he keeps performing in real life, man. 6'3" is nothing to play with. Number 9, we have another rook right here, man. Brian Thomas. We got a lot of goated rookie wide receivers that are going to be continue getting awesome cards throughout Madden 20 and hopefully every Ultimate Team every year. Brian Thomas, another tall receiver at 6'3", 95 speed. They actually juiced his stats. This game does work off threshold, so it goes like 85, 90, then 95, as many of you guys know. He does have a couple 95 pluses right there. The spec catch is 96. The deep route running is 96. He obviously has amazing stats across the board. 93 is his literal lowest stat. And remember, like I said, the zero chill cards get no discounts. But the reason why I have him over Odunze, they basically are the exact same card. When it comes to the animations, too, they're basically the exact same. There's only, I think, one wide receiver actually on this list that has the good spin. I think there's literally only one of them, and we'll talk about that later because I think that guy is super valuable, but just another tall receiver here at speed, man. Wide receivers, it's really hard to break them down because they don't get abilities. It's really looking at stats, height. That's really the biggest thing for them. And then obviously theme team, I guess, is a bonus too. At number 8, I had to move on over to my binder. We do got Mr. Julio Jones. Julio Jones was one of the best wide receivers in the game at a point. This card was free. He was a free card, man. One of the best free cards we've gotten in the last couple of Maddens, I would say. He is still top 10. I think, when did we get him? A month ago at this point? Literally a month ago. And he is still a top 10 receiver. Amazing free card. 95 speed, though. Another 95 speed guy with 6'3". You'll see his stats are a little bit worse, but I love Julio's build. I feel like he has like a really thick build in the game. I know you guys are going to be weird about that in the comments, but he breaks a lot of tackles compared to the other guys. I think Brian Thomas and Rome are a little bit skinnier. Their builds are a little bit skinnier. Ability-wise, nothing here. I still have this on from when zero chill. I just don't activate him. Honestly, I think this card's amazing. Also, hopefully, I think you could still, if you get Madden, I don't know. If you get Madden right now, can you still get him from the old zero chill pass and then upgrade him with I don't know if you can. Hopefully you can, because this is an amazing card for free, basically. Number 7, we got Nico Collins, and this is such a weird player because I never see this card out here, and he's actually amazing. I would say Nico Collins is the most unpopular GOAT, like one of the best receivers in the league I've ever seen. Like, he is like a top 7-8 receiver in the league, and nobody talks about him. You don't see him in Madden Ultimate Team games, and he's genuinely a good card. Maybe it's because people are running theme teams. Maybe that's why you're not seeing Nico Collins out there. But this card's in the 300K range, and he's also 95 speed, 6'4", great height on him. And he also isn't too big to where he's. I like the big receivers like Calvin, like Julio, like I mentioned, where they break a lot of tackles. But when you're 6'4" and 215, you're gonna move a little bit better than those guys when it comes to route running and stuff. And this dude's elite, man. Nico Collins. I wanted to use all these cards before I did a video on it too. That's why I took a little bit. And Nico's actually good. I'm telling you, this is a very good card, and he's in the 300K range, which is insane. Number 6, we got that man, Jawan Jennings. 3rd and Jawan. This card's a dog. I mean, I'm telling you, he just came out yesterday. I got to use him today. I wanted to test him out on stream today. That's why I didn't record the video before stream, and I did it after stream, because this is the only card I didn't get to try out in the top 10. And this is the card I was telling you guys about. He has a broken spin move. And the way we knew he had the broken spin move is because he had that giraffe card in the in the Zero Chill event, and everybody got to see it. He has a super fast spin. I wish I had an example to show you guys, but it is crazy. He's one of the best after the catch guys if you are looking for, spinning like in a flat or anything, if you're throwing a drag. He is nuts. He's the only guy on this list, I believe, that has it. I've used all these other cards excessively. And third in Jawan, amazing. Ability-wise, though, being an AK, this is where it sucks. Usually AKs used to get X Factors that start on. They took him off. I don't know why, but AK icons, they took him off, which sucks. And ability-wise, just nothing even worse using your AP on, in my opinion. This is 2 AP. It's already, just make your quarterback superhero and just have good, fast, and tall receivers out there. And this guy, I know he's a little bit shorter than Nico, but that spin move, I'm telling you guys, it's game changer. So at number 5, I do got the new Jay Jettas, and Jay Jettas is the highest overall receiver in this game. He's the highest overall card in this game, or tied for it. The reason why I have Jay Jettas here is because you guys know how they started adding more realism into Madden. I know there's people that are in the realism cup. There's people they like the game more arcadey. A lot of the stars in the NFL, I don't know, I did that. A lot of the stars in the NFL, like Mahomes, Lamar, Justin Jefferson, they got more, of their signature animations. The quarterbacks, it's ruined them. A lot of people don't like using Mahomes or Lamar because of their stupid audibles. Justin Jefferson has his own signature route running. And they gave him the worst corner route I've ever seen in Madden history. He literally takes like 3 seconds to break out of a corner route. And in a heavy blitz game, corner route's one of the best man-frying routes in the game. And Jay Jettas can't even run it as a 96 overall. It is really tough. But outside of that, he's amazing. Like drags, everything, you don't notice it. You don't notice it on in-breaking routes, anything. It's literally only corners. But I would say corners a big route. Even if you're playing zone, you're running flood, if you're running man-beating routes, you notice it. It is awful. It is the worst thing ever. If you want an example of it, go watch the gameplay post on it. I made sure to run a bunch of them to show you guys. But outside of that, he's still amazing. He's the first 96 receiver we've shown you in the game, or on this list at least. And then also, stat-wise, I mean, he's up there with the best, right? And he's also 6'1". He does get a 0 AP too, but I would say most people are using Howard Master, or at least using, what's it called, Master Attack in the game too, so you don't even really need it. But I think Jay Jettas is still very good. He just has the kind of a flaw. If he didn't have that flaw, he'd probably be like wide receiver 1 or 2. Now we move over to number 4. We got that big dog, Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson is still being played like crazy. Probably the most popular receiver, honestly, I walk into. And I think it has to do with probably the Lions team being elite right now. But he's also 6'5". He is the tallest guy in this list. He also has a crazy build in the game. I know he's not as fast as Jay Jettas, but I prefer, like I'm telling you, Calvin has the best build in the game. He literally breaks so many tackles. He's the best sideline catcher, the best agger in the game. This dude is amazing. 90 plus in every stat, 97 spec and 97 deep. It's Calvin freaking Johnson, man. I think this card got to be on the squad. And he is dirt cheap. I mean, $300K for a top 5 receiver in the game, man. I'm telling you guys, it's elite, man. It is such a good card. Now we move over to number 3, where Malik Neighbors actually sat at the number 1 spot in the last top 10 wide receiver list we did. He is still amazing. Yeah, I think it was like right after Christmas we did that top 10, if I'm not mistaken, too. Literally, Malik Neighbors, amazing, amazing receiver. He's 96 speed, so speed is elite right there. The reason why, like, he's shorter than Jay Jettas, right? He doesn't have the bad route running. This dude moves perfectly out there. He doesn't have his signature route running yet, so it's not messing up his card. And then when it comes to the stats, I mean, he's elite. 96 catching, 95 catch traffic, and 96 deep route running. Elite stats, elite speed, and also ability-wise, like I said, I think it helps the guy like Malik Neighbors now that we don't need abilities, because he sadly doesn't even get a 1 AP discount or 0 AP like some of the other guys in this list. But Malik Neighbors is an amazing card. I think we all at least tried this card by now, man. He was, I think, 700K on the day he came out. He's down to like 450 right now, and he's a top 3 receiver in the game. At number 2, we got J-Mo, man. J-Mo is elite. You guys probably have seen him before. He was the most expensive card of the year at a point. He was up to 6 million coins. That was because we got the worst odds pack ever when LTDs were out for that week. I think it was like, week 16, week 17 team of the week. And also, there was the big Madden tournament, the last one of the year, so all the pros were buying him up because he was like the best receiver in the game at the time. And he literally was the rarest, up to 6 mil. They did drop a pack, though, and he was back in packs, and he is down to 1.5, which is still insanely expensive. I'm not saying it's not, but compared to the 6 mil, it's a lot more affordable for a lot more people out there. But I will say, J-Mo in a Lions team, you get him and Calvin, 2 top 5 receivers I have on this list. Elite, man. But like I said, no theme team alone. I still have him as my number 2 ranking. He's 96 speed, elite route runner as well. And then look at it, 6'2". He has his own player build in the game, and I honestly love it. I think he looks taller than 6'2" out there. I think he does get a discount, but I don't use any. Yeah, Playmaker's so stupid, especially when we have Master Attack in the game, but J-Mo's a dog. You don't need no abilities on him. At number 1, I talked about it in the gameplay when he originally came out. EA actually blessed us with one of the best wide receivers in the game not being an LTD. Normally, they would shove this in LTD and he'd be a 2 to 3 million coin card because of the speed alone. I mean, he is the only card in the game that is 90% speed besides CJ2K, which there's only like, a rare amount of those being a top 100 card, right? But Xavier Worthy can literally be playing on everybody's team. He has amazing stats across the board. I will say the one thing I've struggled with him, though, and I don't know if it has to do with his release. I think the release you have to look at mud.gg to see. I don't know if that's to do with his strength. He's not the best against press, but I think if you're playing a press player anyways, you're motioning a lot. That's the way I play. I think motions absolutely destroy anybody that plays that way. You can't play cover 2 man on me. You just can't do it. And you're not running cover 0 as well if you have Worthy on the field. This dude is 97 speed to 97 speed. There's really not much to say about him. He's a speed demon, and he's the only guy in the game that gets it. And you can get him, I believe he's the only guy that you can get up to 99 speed right now. Yeah, because Team of the Week boost is gone on J-Mo. You can't do it on him anymore. He's the only guy you can get to 99 speed besides CJ2K. And he's a dog. I mean, there's not much more to say about him. Hey, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. Make sure to comment down below which wide receiver trio are you guys running right now in the game, and I hope you guys truly did enjoy the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. We got a new promo dropping tomorrow. Expect some gameplays. I'll see you guys there. Peace out, boys.